What was kind of the process around you thinking, right, this has to be a business, this has to work? What was the journey like there? Where did you start? What were kind of the first few steps you took?
Yeah, so to start with, before I'd even I knew I'd always sort of said I had a business. It just kind of come out that way because I didn't really know how else to describe what I was. And if I would tell people, oh, I'm a trainer, they would ask me, do you work for someone else? Are you like a franchise? Because I don't know if you can, they'd see my logo and they'd be like, are you a franchise? And I'm like, no. And I generally would look at them like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they'd be like, who do you train for? And I'm like, I don't, I train for myself. And from that, I started the conversation of it's my own business because people didn't seem to understand. I mean, I've no idea where they got my franchise from my logo, but so many people would ask, like, like if I went to Pets at Home, a place like that, they'd be like, oh, well, who's in charge? And I was like, I am. I was like, what? So I literally from that point really early on, I was like, it's my business. So I already kind of had that mindset of it, but it was very much in my free time and in my, in my spare time that I had. And then I realized that kind of it's about a couple of years ago now, and I'd realized that I needed to start to build it more to be able to, I still didn't have a time when I was going to leave, but I knew that I needed to build it more to be able to make it sustainable when I left, like to actually be able to do it. So I looked into some coaching, and I got some coaching within like actual experts within dogs, and had business coaching within that. But that was around building my business, like building my services, building my membership, and building that up. So I'd kind of had, again, like there was this like inkling in the back of my mind that this is a business, but I didn't really know. I literally had no idea about business. I didn't do business studies at school. It was never anything that was in my mind of starting. And then last summer, kind of everything changed last summer. My sister passed away. My niece come to live with me. And I was like, okay, like something's got to change. I can't look after her and work full time and do my free time. Like my training is never going to work. So I just started sort of listening to podcasts. I started listening like on YouTube to different business coaches, like not within the dog world. And I just started to kind of absorb things that they were saying. And one in particular would say, and again, I think people shy away from this, but I was really like, I want that. She would say like 10K is your minimum month. If you're not making 10K a month, your business isn't thriving. And she's like, and then you don't stay there, you carry on moving. And I was like, oh, right. Like that makes sense to me. And not because I'm money obsessed, but because I want to be able to put it into my business so I can do more for the guys that I serve, like that I work with. I want to be able to do stuff with my dogs. I want to be able to have the time with my niece. And that was one thing that since I've started, I see so many posts where people are like, how do you manage a dog training and your children and give your children time? And I've just been like, guys, I've got to go. I'm dealing with this. And I've always just kind of literally been like, okay, laptop's down, I'm going to go to you. But I needed, obviously, to be able to do that and to be able to not be stressing about getting clients in all the time. I needed the income to be able to not have to stress over it. So last summer, it really just got me thinking of being a business owner and thinking of it. I didn't think of it as a small business either. That kept me in the mindset of I shouldn't do much, like I should be quiet and I should be little and I should just be local. So I stopped calling myself a small business and I just said that I owned a business, which just totally changed my mindset. Like now I'm like, nothing is impossible.